So when measuring straight leg raise, we want to stay on the side of the client, typically right at the hip position. Okay, I'm going to have one hand that controls pelvis position also. Our other hand usually gives us feedback as to what compensatory actions are happening. Okay, check out some of the other videos when we're looking at shoulder flexion, internal rotation, external rotation. Same thing. My hand was giving me feedback at the shoulder. Now my hand is going to give me feedback at the hip. So standing at the side of the client, right at the hip position. Okay, put my hand, base of my hand, kind of right on the ASIS. I'm not pushing down. Okay, I'm just monitoring any sort of rotation that's happening, posterior rotation or flaring out. Then what I'll do is I'll take classic SLR, straight leg raise, just from the base of the foot. Okay, I'm just coming up. Now, just like shoulder flexion, we look at first absolute. Okay, how far can I get this leg to come back? Just as an indication as to okay, what sort of capabilities do you have? But in order to get here, okay, I feel a lot of posterior rotation of the pelvis. Okay, I can also put my hand on the lower aspect of their back. And another common compensatory action you see is you'll have a lumbar flattening or lumbar losing its lordotic curve. Okay, it's lordosis. So I can either put my hand on the pelvis to measure compensatory movement or come underneath, okay, as I roll back. So we'll come and roll underneath as well. And so right about there is when I just start to feel more downward pressure on my hand when I'm using it underneath her lumbar spine. If I come on the front side of her hip, okay, I start to feel a little bit of motion of the pelvis coming up, rotating back a little bit. So this is what we say is relative. So notice how absolute, okay, a lot of people say, oh, I got great hamstring flexibility or my hamstrings are tight. If you can get to 90 with absolute, chances are that's not the case, right? So I'm looking at relative to give me insight into what the pelvis position is here. So roughly speaking, we're talking my oculometer, about 70 degrees. So to recap here one more time, you can measure compensatory patterns or movements with the hand on the front of the hip or underneath the low back. You're taking the leg first through absolute, and then you're backing off, monitoring when you start to feel compensatory movement, and that gives us our relative measure.